What is up, guys? Welcome to episode 29 of the Fielder's Choice podcast. I am Dan Field. To my left, we have Matt Giblin. Who? What are you wearing? So we
Hap-
thought a
Happy
pilgrim.
New Year.
Happy New Year. Happy early New Year. Merry Christmas. Hope you guys all had a great holiday. It's been a minute since we've had our last podcast.
Yes, it
You,
has.
yep, you may notice that one of the three blind mics is missing. Miss Angie Santamaro. Unfortunately, she just has a lot going on in her life at the moment, and unfortunately, the podcast was just a little too much for her to fit into her busy schedule, at least for right now. So it'll just be me and Gib running the show for now, unless there's a third party out there that is interested in becoming the third piece of the Three Blind Mics production. But right now, it's going to be Gib and I. Oh, good one. Gib and I going forward, and we have big plans for 2026. And we appreciate all those who have tuned in this year. 29 episodes, pretty crazy. We were going at it for a while, just about every week. And the world of podcasting is not as easy as you might think. There's a lot involved, and yeah, right now Angie just had too much on her plate. We understand we're going to miss her. Maybe she'll be back in the future, but for right now, that it is what it is.
Yeah, she's certainly not going anywhere, so we'll hear from her soon, I'm sure. So, in the meantime, best of luck, and we wish everyone well. And hopefully we're providing everybody with some valued content. And hopefully we can keep dishing it out. We've enjoyed doing this, and I've enjoyed putting the episodes out there and talking to the guests we've had, and hopefully we can continue doing that, but it is a lot of work, so, wanting to put good quality stuff out there, not just junk too, it takes time and effort. So that's just part of life right now.
Indeed. And Christian Yelich was the word
Yelich.
unscrambler that you missed.
That was a lot of fun.
I will say, when I first looked at that one, I had no idea either. And then after the
Yeah.
fact, I'm like, oh yeah, it was easy. After the fact,
You know what? A player that just doesn't like spring to mind right away. I think because I mean he had a good his last season with the Brewers there. He's been the face of that whole team, actually, that franchise. But he certainly helped lead their resurgence this past year. But wasn't he's kind of tailed off a little bit, so he's not like
yes,
the Otani or the Freemans that immediately come to the forefront of the head. So. But hopefully we
yep,
can do a few more of those. Hope
yeah.
people played along and certainly did better than I did.
Brad Whedon, a fellow umpire, who's a little older than we are, suggested that we do one for 70s and 80s MLB umpires, and I told him, um,
Get them
I,
on the hot seat.
I told him unless he wants to do it, but I thought he was
Yeah,
saying that we should do it, and I said some of us are not are a little younger, and that's not exactly our generation. I don't think I could answer. I don't think I could tell you. I'm sure Joe West was an umpire back then, but he's the only one. Maybe Angel Hernandez, but
I
yeah.
don't know when those guys started. And actually, like we were talking about this a couple weeks ago. It's funny to see some of these old Red Sox classic games. They throw up on Nesson and the way the umpires used to call balls and strikes. Sitting on a knee and stuff, and the whole positions that they've changed. It's
Yeah. And
it's a,
the ABS system is coming next year. They tested it out in the minor leagues for at least a year or two. What's your thoughts on the ABS system that is coming into play 2026?
uh, uh, like that old the Brad Pitt's line from Moneyball there. Adapt or die, really, D, right? Like at this point, the change is out there, the technology is there. if they can get the majority of things right without taking the subjective nature of the game itself away, then I guess I don't know. I'm a little indifferent about it. I've seen some of it in action in some of the minor league games, and it does move quick. It
Yeah.
is interesting to see like how accurate or really how precise the umpiring is. And like these guys, if they miss, they're missing by like a ball length. And it's ridiculous that just a tap on the hat and a quick
Yeah.
replay can show if they were actually right or wrong. It's quick. It'll be interesting to see how it's employed, how managers kind of use it to, or even players and batters, how they use it. It'll be interesting.
Yeah. And I'm sure there's rules like they can only use it a certain amount of times per at bat, and if they're wrong, just like in the NFL, you only have so many replays.
Yeah, lose a challenge or something. Yeah,
So
I
I don't know
mean,
the exact rules or what it's going to be, but there's got to be some kind of limit, I would imagine.
yeah, it's also been real curious to see some of the opinions out there about actually the umpires that are actually in it. A lot of them are actually for it. They're very much in the business about getting the most calls right, right? So at the end of the day, that's what you want, right? You want to get as many calls right as you possibly can, right?
I mean, as an umpire, I think it would be pretty cool to know whether or not you got the call right in real time. How many plays have we talked about, on our way home that did we make the right call and it was killing us? And to not know, because we don't have the luxury of replay. So that part's pretty cool that they know instantly if they made the right call. And obviously they're going to look better if they challenge it and it turns out that they had the call right the whole time. On the other hand, not so much if they didn't get the call correct. But
Yeah, I
yeah,
just hate to see like those things kind of go against maybe a good, say a good quality umpire who may not get a chance maybe later on, like in the playoffs, World Series, because he missed, a certain whatever, number of calls or something. But who knows?
yeah. Who knows? We'll see how it goes. It seemed to work well in the minor leagues. From what I've seen, videos I've seen, I haven't heard really many complaints about it. So we'll see.
We shall.
So episode 29, did you have a special player?
Oh yeah, number 29. A tough one there, dude. Not a lot of real
No.
29s out there.
J.D.
As
Martinez, was he 29 or is he 28? Was he?
I think he was 28. But really, there was only one kind of player that kind of stuck out to me. Played a small role for a big team, Mr. Keith Folk, wore 29 with the
Wow.
Red Sox.
Keith Folk. I didn't even think of that.
For the actually 3 years that he was, but was an integral part of capturing Red Sox first World Series title in 86 years, breaking a curse. Was unbelievable that whole playoff series and was as dominant can be in that, in the ALCS, in the World Series, picking up. I think he picked up a save in every single game in the World Series, close
Seemed
that
like
series
just
out.
about, yeah.
32 saves that season with the Sox. And actually, he was had
32, wow.
quite the tear from 2000 until 2000, basically 2005 after he left us. He had a big year before he came to the Sox in Oakland, which got him the free agency contract with the Sox that next year. He had 43 saves the year before. Picked up the the Rolaids Relief Pitcher of the Year award that year. Then came to the Sox in 04, helped to win us a ring, and then really he got hurt. Had some. I think he was kind of on the downswing. He always had back problems, knee problems.
Yeah, he got old very quickly, from what I
Very
remember.
quickly, but
Yeah.
man,
Kind of like our
as
guest coming up.
got old real quick and had to be put out to pasture. Come on now, one of the best to ever do it, man.
Yeah, no, he was great. And to make the last out, we'll never forget that as Red Sox fans.
No, never
Um,
forget it.
yeah, it was pretty awesome.
Yeah, it was.
And before we bring in our special guest, so obviously the Hall of Fame. There's not too much that went on while we were gone, but they finally had the Hall of Fame selections, and I know you and I sat down and we talked about the list of nominees, and Jeff Kent was certainly not on our list of guys that we thought would get in, but he did. So congratulations to him.
Yeah, the Contemporary Era Committee released their votings. It was earlier this month on the 7th, and Jeff Kent was the only elected guy that got in, and it was actually by a pretty wide margin too.
Yeah.
Like the next closest guy wasn't even close. And yeah, we sat down. What was it, like the day before or something? And we went through the list, and I really thought Bonds and Clemens had a real legit shot, but turns out looks like they have a long way to go.
Yeah. It's too bad we already had Steve Buckley on, because I would have loved to get his opinion on all of that.
Yeah, especially because that committee was made up by a lot of their peers, not so much, the writers. I
Right,
think that was
right.
one of the big arguments going into it, was that the writers didn't have an opinion about that, to which I have my own thoughts too, but they had their own thoughts about the process for 15 years before that. They very much could have elected him in any of those ballots and chose not to. So for that to be an argument going forward, I kind of shy away from that argument, but
What's up, Jackie?
it was interesting to see that he was the only one. A lot of worthy names on that list. Who else was there? Fernando Valenzuela, Carlos Delgado. I forget who else.
It seemed like even Jeff Kent was surprised he got in when they interviewed him after the. He didn't seem all that excited. I don't know if he was shocked.
I mean, he received 14 out of 16 votes. It was 87%, well over the 75 for to be required for election. Only candidates selected among the 8-person ballot, including Bonds, Clemens, Delgado, Don Mattingly, Dale Murphy. A lot of people were really disappointed that those two didn't get in.
Yep.
Gary Sheffield and Valenzuela, like I said. But here's a key stat, D. Holds the career home run records by a second baseman with 377. It's pretty significant in and of itself. Played a big part of those Giant teams that won the World Series as well.
I didn't know he was that fast. Or a big stolen base guy.
Or yeah, had a lot of stolen bases as well. Had some really good years, and that's the argument for Mattingly and Dale Murphy too. Like they basically led their teams for a whole decade, it seemed. So
Yeah.
it'll be interesting to see how the future holds for some of these guys.
Yep.
I know they needed a certain percentage to stay on the ballot too.
Yeah,
but
I think a couple of them have one more year, right, of eligibility.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I think the next set of names to be released might be next month sometime. We'll have to check that out.
But speaking of Hall of Fame, our guest for episode 29, he's a Hall of Fame candidate in the BMBL. Personally, I feel like he should have gotten in years ago. We'll talk about that and the reasons why we feel like he hasn't got in yet. But he was the Cy Young winner in 2005 in the BMBL. He was also the Rookie of the Year in 2005. He was our teammate. I think he was the first overall pick in the BMBL draft in 2005 by the Astros back then, before we merged with them as the Tigers.
That's right.
He pitched for like 10 years. I know he pitched at Southern New Hampshire University. We will talk all about that, and I think it's time to bring in our special guest. Let's do it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show, Mr. Eric Harvey.
What up, E?
What's going on, fellas?
What up, buddy? Teammate, battery. But I've probably caught you more than any pitcher that I've ever played with. I could catch you with my eyes closed. It felt like it at a certain point. Anytime you took the mound, like in your later years, it was fun. You were fun to catch.
Yeah, you were probably my longest catcher in that league.
Yeah.
You
were
Astros
around
for a
how
little
long?
bit, and
10
then you
years?
guys. 05. Yeah, about that. 05 to 15. Took some time off, came back and played in Natick for a few years, and 1 year with you guys after and shut it down.
Yeah, how long you guys playing with Natick together? That was what, 3-4 years after that?
Yeah. We played
And then
on
Somerville.
yeah. I kept getting him to come back. He'd say, "I'm not coming back," and then somehow I'd sucker him back in.
Come
But,
play outfield
yeah.
for us, E.
Listen, I told Danny if Silky comes back, I'll play this year.
You hear that,
Hell
Silky?
yeah. Let's
I already
go.
told him. It was already in the group chat. I said it.
Yeah. Except Silky says he's going to come back every year, and then
We're going to have
never
to pool
happens.
money together for gas.
Yeah. You're in New Hampshire, so not exactly a quick trip, but we do play our games at Trum, which is better than.
That's not terrible for me. That's
Right.
not
Monday
terrible.
nights. Yeah.
Don't tease us.
Which is
Yeah.
Don't tease us.
I know, please.
We
Just
can move
no more
Give over to
pitching.
short. You put you at
Oh.
second. Marcos at third. Just saying.
Yeah, just no more pitching. This body can't handle that anymore.
We'll
That's
see.
fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
We don't need you to pitch until September.
Yeah, that's true. Just get eligible.
You could just
and
play
you'll be
second
good.
base. It's fine.
It works for me.
So career 1.98 ERA, 47 and 35.
Hell yeah.
You were the first pick, right, with the Astros?
Yeah,
2005. I remember that draft. And
there
Time
was a lot
to
of
pick
dudes
you.
there.
What's that?
A lot of guys. There were a lot of guys in
Yeah.
that draft. From what I
Where was
remember.
it? Was it at
I think it was at
Clifford?
Clifford.
No, was that Clifford where all the crackheads were?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
They redid that field a little while back. I haven't seen it,
You
but
know,
I heard it's a lot nicer.
I hadn't picked up a baseball in 2 years when I went on the mound that day.
For real?
I hadn't touched one since I left college.
Wow. Yeah. So talk about your time. So you pitched at Southern New Hampshire from
Yeah.
01 to 03.
Yeah.
Yeah. Talk about your experience there. And who was the coach? Is he still there?
No, he left a long time ago. He left right after I left. We were terrible when I was there.
Yeah.
A lot different now from what we were then. The kid that I coaches there now, Chris Shank, was at Franklin Pierce and pitched there when I was in college. He got drafted by the Athletics.
Wow.
So I think he was around for a little bit in their minor league system, and now he's at Southern New Hampshire coaching. But I mean, I think 3 years ago, their first 3 starters were drafted in the top 10 rounds or something like
Damn.
that. It's
Oh,
absurd
wow.
how good they become. Yeah, it wasn't like that when I was there, but I got to play college baseball. It was great. I can't complain about that.
Yeah. So what you originally were at Lowell University?
Yeah, I redshirted at Lowell. I was a dumbass and didn't like school.
Who does?
Flunked
Yeah.
out twice. Stopped playing baseball. If I'd stayed, I would have pitched in 3 College World Series because they went the last 3 years I would have been there. I would have pitched in all 3 of them. But it just wasn't in the cards.
Yeah.
Wasn't in the cards. So I think when I was at SNHU, I actually beat them once. I think they were 4th in the country when I beat them.
Wow.
So
So did you? So was there any other ball players that you played with that went on to like a professional career or played against?
played. So who was it? Jay Nacco. He was in the White Sox for a little bit. Jeff Fulcino actually pitched for the Yankees and the Astros. I played against him in high school. Brian Wilson.
Oh yeah,
I
sure.
actually I threw
Yeah.
a no-hitter against him in high school.
Well, that's awesome.
So that's probably that's what I say my claim to fame is. But there were a few guys in New Hampshire. My number 2 in college actually got drafted in the 15th round the year after I left.
Jesus.
So, but he was big. He was 6'3", 210 through 92, 93. It wasn't my build.
Yeah, which is nothing anymore. 92,
No.
93. It used to be like unbelievable for college, and now it's like unless you can throw 96, 97, 98, they're not even going to look at you. It's crazy how that's changed. So
Well,
Yeah,
we
so-
know too the training and all of that. Even the AAUs, like it's all a part of it, you know. So
Oh, it's so different now than it was when I was
so
throwing.
different. Yep.
yeah,
I mean, even think about like my first year playing in Boston. My arm was a mess. I went and got a cortisone shot halfway through the season just to try and make it through.
yeah.
You know, just shit like that they don't even need to do now because they have all this other medicine and treatment and all that stuff we never saw.
Are you the one that introduced me to that? Oh, what's that shit you used to put?
Tiger,
that, Oh my god,
capsaicin.
capsaicin.
Yes.
Holy shit, what experience that was. He used to crack up because to him it was like nothing. I tried it for the first time, and holy shit, it felt like I gave myself like a sunburn. That's what it
Yeah.
feels like. It like burns. Like I've used Tiger Balm before, but that shit's on a whole new level. I felt like I
So-
had like 3rd-degree burns just putting that shit on.
I played with a guy in New Hampshire for a little while, and he was my catcher. He was probably in his 50s, and he used to bring a mortar and pestle to every game. And he would crush up ibuprofen and something else, and it would rub it on his skin, and that's how he would get it in.
No
and
way.
one of my
fuck.
teammates tried it and actually gave him a bruise from his hip to his knee. Whatever. I honestly don't remember what was in it. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen. The guy would rip butts between innings. I mean, he was an animal.
It's unbelievable. He belongs in a movie or something. At least he wasn't sticking it up his ass or something like that.
No, it was crazy. But he'd go out there and catch 18 innings on a Sunday at,
Jesus.
50-something years old.
So Eddie Harris on crack.
Mhm.
It
Unbelievable.
was wild.
And could probably mash too, right?
Yeah. I mean, he had old man strength at that point. You get to that age and everything's
Yeah.
he's swinging the heaviest bat he can put in his hands and getting it around and crushing it.
It's unreal. Yeah. Well, never know what that feels like. So, so after college, did you think your career was over, or was your plan to eventually play amateur ball, or how did you even get involved in the BMBL? Like,
The guy I was living with down I was in Fall River, and my best friend was like, "Hey, I'm going to play baseball." I said, "Okay." I had no desire to pick up a ball. I actually,
yeah.
believe it or not, so whatever email I had linked to me in college was an email I didn't use. And after I graduated, my coach reached out to me and asked me to be the pitching coach, but I never got the email because I never opened it.
Wow.
So,
That could
a
have
couple
been-
years down the road, I could have been the pitching coach there right after I left.
Wow.
And we connected a few years later, and he's like, "You never responded to my email." I said, "I never saw it. I never used the email. It was just
That's
something I had
crazy.
laying around."
Wow.
But no, so I mean, I wasn't planning on playing again. I mean, my body was a mess.
Yeah.
And then he said, "Let's go play." So I don't even think he got drafted, believe it or not, the kid that came with me.
Really?
I don't
So
think
what?
he played.
Did you both go down on the tryout?
Yeah. He's like, "Go down. There's a tryout." So we went. And like I said, I didn't pick
You
up a ball
got
in 2
picked
years.
for the number 1 pick, and he
Yeah.
and he did
He
it?
gets.
He didn't get picked at all.
I mean,
I think he was an outfielder.
I mean, so that's how I became a catcher, because I went to the draft 2002, and there was hundreds of kids that would show up, and most of them infielders, outfielders, and there was like 3 catchers. And I had caught maybe a couple times in high school, and I said, fuck it, I'm going to go as catcher. I didn't have a mitt, I didn't have gear, but I had a good arm, and I knew if I showed that off, that a good chance of getting drafted. So I tried out as catcher. I got drafted by Brett Rudy and the White Sox, and I said, "Okay, I guess I'm a catcher now." I was always a second baseman, but yeah, that's how I became a catcher.
Really?
You didn't-
You
you
didn't catch at all before that?
No, I caught maybe a couple times, high
Wow.
school or JV. Yeah, that's why Earl, like, he was a big mentor for me, with a lot of things that I had no clue. I mean, I knew the basics, but blocking balls and that stuff just didn't come natural to me because I didn't do it my whole life. I was second baseman, but you learn very quickly, and I paid for it. This finger, I've shown pictures on Facebook.
Yes.
You can
Yes, he
probably
has.
tell.
You can
Literally,
tell. Look at it.
Yeah,
that's
that
from
thing is
catching
not straight.
20 plus years. It was straight before 2002. This is catching you, Rich Ladarchik,
It's not just catching.
H. Yeah. By the way, I got rejected from a cat sitting gig I applied for online earlier tonight. Gib got a huge
Jesus.
laugh out of that. Yeah. Yeah.
I love you, buddy.
No,
It was a little
it was
humorous,
hilarious.
though.
What did it say?
You're
We're
not the right fit at this
not the right
time.
fit. I cat sit for his cats, for my old roommate's cats. Yeah.
Was it like an online ad?
It was like an online app. Meowtail, fuck them. Where you can go on and hire someone to sit your dog or cat if you go away. And dude, I've been unemployed, so I need to find some kind of work, right? So I was like, obviously I can get a job cat sitting. I've heard of other people doing it. Gib's been dog sitting for a couple friends, getting paid good money. I've heard even people have quit their job, like regular jobs, doing this. And I was like, oh, I should be a shoo-in. I do this. I own 2 cats. I do this all the time. I cat sit for friends, and yeah. So
Did you have to send in a picture?
I had to send it a picture.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
his
Like
name
this
came up
creep.
with their facial recognition.
Yeah. I'm sure all warning signs came up like, do not hire. No, but
So
then
bad.
there was an email that followed, and apparently you're not supposed to use friends, family as a reference, which they never said in the application. You're supposed to use a professional. Like, what is a professional going to know about whether if I can cat sit well or not? I don't cat sit for professionals. I do it for my friends.
Can he keep the cat alive? Shut.
Yeah. Well, that's another story. I had my old roommate's cat die on me while they went on vacation. Which
Jesus
was
Christ.
Awesome. Oh, that was awesome. Yep. So
We
Yeah.
just gave them. My wife and I went away, and we gave my parents our fish to watch while we were gone.
yeah.
It didn't.
Duh.
It didn't make it.
Wow.
Literally died the morning we came home. We
Did they
found it
forget?
dead.
Did they forget to feed it?
One of those
No, she
beta
said-
fishes?
Yeah, she said it was alive. She said it was alive that morning. My mom said the minute we walked in the door in the afternoon, it was floating.
Awesome.
3 days gone, the fish dies.
Wow. What kind of fish was it? Was like
It was one of those beta fish.
yeah.
It's a little
You-
harder. Like
He's a cat sitter.
keeping
Apparently,
a
I'm not.
cat-
Apparently, I'm not allowed to cat sit. I'm unbelievable.
Oh, good.
I'm not the right fit at this time.
Yeah. It was like you're not a perfect fit, like PURR. Like they were trying to be funny about it. Like, Jesus Christ.
Did you write back to him and tell him to fuck off?
I was debating, but then I went online and I was reading reviews about it because I was curious why I got rejected to see if other people had the same problem. And in fact, it was quite the opposite. People were saying, yeah, there was no process. They didn't check any references. I got accepted right away. But they were saying like the CEO is corrupt and that the prices they charge are like ridiculous. So it made me feel better knowing the company's not legit. But what the fuck?
My cats appreciate you, D. It's all right.
Thank you. Apparently that wasn't a good enough reference, though. Unbelievable. But E, how was your Christmas? Santa bring you anything nice? Just
It was
all
good,
about
man.
the kids, right?
all about the kids at this point, you know.
Yep.
The three of them got what they wanted, you know, little things here and there for the baby, and it's good. Quick, always quick, right? You have a
Yeah.
couple days, especially in the middle of the week. You blink and you're back to work, and
Yep.
then it's New Year's, and you
Well,
start
some
all
of us
over
are back
again.
to work.
Some
I'll-
of us
I'll
Yeah.
find a cat sitting job for you, D. Don't worry
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
in New Hampshire.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Will you pay for my gas?
I'll say I'll make sure you get mileage out of it too.
Appreciate it. If you need to check with my references, just let me know.
Can cats pick up phones, Gibby? Do they have?
Somehow they found a way. don't get
So
this guy.
I literally grew up with cats. We had six cats at one point at my mom's house. I couldn't think of anyone who was better qualified, to be honest with you. But I'm not. I'm over it. I'm over it. We're moving on.
We can tell.
So I'm
Hey.
probably just as bitter as that as E not getting into the Hall of Fame, which we should get into, because here's the problem with the Hall of Fame. And for 10 years, and this is in the BMBL, Boston Metro Baseball League, for those who may not know, it's the men's league that Gib and I play in, that E used to play in, and the Hall of Fame went away for like 10 years for whatever reason. And me and Paul Lauren, the coach of the North Andover Thunder, kind of brought it back, and we decided to form a committee of guys that were still playing in the league, that had played for at least 10 years, and had a good idea of, the ball players in the league. What, Gib?
No, I think it's a very good idea, D. To be honest with you, I think you guys have done a fantastic job of at least putting together a solid committee, like you said, like what,
Yeah.
37 guys,
So
if not more now.
yeah, it's
right?
growing, because if you get in, so we made a rule: if you get into the Hall of Fame, you become part of the committee the following year. But for guys like E who haven't played in some time, there's a bunch of guys that may have never played with him, or they play in different divisions and don't know who he is. Now, we do provide all of the career stats for all of the candidates and all that. I don't know how well people on the committee look at that stuff. I hope that they do. And he gets votes, but I mean, I personally think he should be in. Your numbers are pretty ridiculous. I know you lead in strikeouts, right? In one of the divisions.
I think 18 plus.
The 18 plus, like 700 and something strikeouts. I got to find the candidate list.
Yeah,
But
you're like one of like 3 or 4 guys who are falling into kind of like this same kind of trap, where it's like you haven't played in a few years, so there's more guys that may not be aware of who you are or even what you did. And now that it's been a few years, like those things have gotten, I hate saying it, but forgotten. And you've been behind. There have been some pretty worthy candidates who have gotten in too. So now, as the list kind of has dwindled too, some things have moved up too. But yeah, like you, and I know like Shane Steffens, right? D.
Shane
And,
Steffens,
like
yeah, he's
even
yeah.
like
Yeah.
Donnarumma, Alan Donnarumma, like those some stats like you guys put up in the 18th, they're right up there with the best, and it's really shouldn't matter that whatever your career lasted 8-9 years compared to what 19 or 20. Like
No,
it's
so
tough.
he played from 2005 to 2011, and then he took a few years off, and I probably forced him back from 2014 to 2018, and then he played a little bit in 2021, and then again in 2023. But 2005, as I mentioned earlier, 18 plus Cy Young winner, 2005 18 plus Rookie of the Year, current 18 plus all-time career leader in Ks with 559, 3-time 18 plus Players Choice Elite Team Selection, 1-time Players Choice Premier Team Selection, 3 career no-hitters.
Hell yeah, buddy.
One of them was probably against us.
I actually think I almost had 3 in a row at one point my first
You were
year.
dominant. I mean, you were
Dominant that first year. It was so good.
I threw back-to-back no-hitters. I think I went the third game 6 innings before I gave up a hit. So it was
Wow.
20.
I remember.
It was
I remember that.
20
I
20 innings in a
remember it
row.
too. Yep.
That's 20
Yeah.
years ago. Can you believe that? 20 years ago.
Yeah. My body tells me it's 20 years ago at this point.
Yeah. And I
You
and I
know,
know I've told you this story many times, but when we used to play against each other, you hit me on the wrist, and dude, it's still not right. My wrist is still fucked up. And every time I saw you at the banquet before we were teammates, I think I would remind you of that. And yeah, so what were you clocked at, by the way, in college? Like, what's the
my highest was 92.
92?
I was usually 80, 88, 89. You know, you go to Florida and you're feeling pretty good when you start the season.
Yeah.
I'd hit up 91, 92. I'll tell you what though, that first year in Boston, my dad stopped coming to games after I graduated, but he came to 2 games, and he came to the game after I got the cortisone shot. And that is probably the hardest I've ever thrown in my life.
Cortisone is amazing, isn't it?
I bet you I was probably throwing 93, 94. And actually, Tyler took me out. I had a no-hitter into the 6th, and I gave up a hit, and he took me out because I was only supposed to throw 5 that day.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember Corey Edgar.
I remember that.
Corey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Corey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had put me in a pitch count because he's the one that gave me the shot. And I was rolling. I finally get a hit in the 6th, and Tyler's like, "All right, it's time to come out. Like, you're done." But that's even my dad showed up for that game and said, "I've never seen you throw that hard in your entire life."
It's awesome. Yeah.
So it lasted 2 weeks and it was gone.
Yeah.
2
But
weeks.
I mean, that's all the cortisone lasted in my shoulder. I mean, dude, think about before. So actually, this is funny. I pitched. Where was the park? Not Clifford, Cleveland Circle, right?
Cleveland Circle.
Yeah.
That's where I got
There was
drafted. Yeah.
There was a game against, I won't forget, it was against the Reds, and a bunch of old men from one of the leagues brought a radar gun to watch me pitch. I threw 3 pitches. I couldn't reach the plate and walked off the mound, and that's when I got the shot.
Wow.
My shoulder was so fucked up. I couldn't. I struck the guy out too. I couldn't reach the plate. I was that much pain, and so I said, "Time to do something."
But you were in pain now? Like how do you?
No, not now at this point. I mean, you've seen me throw a few times in the last few years.
Yeah.
It's good for a little bit, and then I just fall apart. I mean, like you said, there was no medicine for us back in the day. You know, it was just throw as much as you can. I mean, God, even look at the first year I pitched in our league. I think I threw 73 innings or something that summer.
Well, that's the thing. A lot of the managers, when you find a stud pitcher, which you were, they use them too much. You see it time and time again, and when you're young, you don't think anything of it, but eventually it catches up to you.
And you were doing double duties too, right? You were playing up in New Hampshire too at the time too,
Mm-hmm.
pitching for those guys.
Yeah, I mean, even in college, dude. I think I said D this last night. I was player of the week in college. I threw a 9-inning game on a Monday. I closed a doubleheader on a Wednesday, and then threw another 9-inning on a Friday.
See, that shit doesn't happen anymore. That yeah.
You just have a rubber on me, or
I did,
I did,
and I think it just got old.
Yeah,
but I was also, dude. I was 138 pounds.
Right,
I weighed nothing. I mean, dude, my junior senior year of college, Pittsburgh came both years to look at me, and they said, "Put on some weight, and we'll talk." I couldn't put on weight. Now I'm, almost 200 pounds at this point. If I weighed that back then, God knows what it would have been like, right?
Teach Gibb how to put on some weight. He's been trying for the last.
It's not going to happen. Just not going to happen.
It's not in the cards for Gibbs.
No,
not fair.
So, but yeah, no. My arm now. I mean, I can play catch, and after that, I like to play long toss with Danny still.
Yeah,
and
with
your
dads
kid
now.
Your kid loves playing. You said, right?
My little one likes throwing a baseball. My older two don't play baseball at all.
Yeah,
nothing. They each tried for a year and didn't find it fun. It's fine. But the baby's a lefty, so we'll keep our fingers crossed.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah.
So that will hopefully keep that one in the cards.
Well, it's one of those things when you're young, like you lean towards soccer and stuff that you're constantly active. I feel like it's not until you're older sometimes where baseball comes into your life and you realize, oh, it's a sport I do like.
Yeah, I think for me growing up, there was a pedigree for me, right? My dad played at ULowell. My dad actually played for the same guy that redshirted me. So I was there from the time I was 7 at every camp, every week, every summer. My best friend's dad played for the Athletics. He was a pitcher. My dad was a pitcher. So I pitched from the time I was 7 until I was done. That's all I knew.
Yep.
And I played other sports, but that was it.
Yeah, that was it. And we
Yeah.
also grew up in a different time too. It was I fell in love with one game and just went. It wasn't like
Yeah.
you'd played every single thing every single season.
Yeah. And you have the kids out in the yard playing all the time when we were younger too. Dude, my
Oh
kid
yeah,
sits on YouTube all freaking day now watching,
Yeah,
trying to watch basketball highlights.
God
Think he's
no,
gonna get better that way. Get outside, please.
right? Touch some grass.
Yeah.
Although
So I
I
think
and I know basketball is a big part of what you do now. You play in a couple men's leagues, but it's also caused you several injuries.
mhm.
It used to drive me crazy because he would pitch and then he'd be healthy finally. He'd come back as he promised all year, and then he'd go off and play basketball. He's like, "D, you're not going to believe it." I'm like, "No, I probably will believe it because you do this all the time." He's like, "I twisted my ankle, blah blah blah. I was going up for a layup, and yeah, I don't think I can pitch for the rest of the year." I'm like,
I did it in college too. I did the same thing in school. That's all I did.
yeah,
I never took baseball seriously when I was at Southern New Hampshire. We weren't good enough to take it seriously.
yeah.
So I'd go play basketball all the time instead of, everyone else in the gym lifting weights. No, I'm going to play pickup.
So you never had hopes of even throwing 92, 93? Because back then, obviously that's like 96, 97 now. Did you ever have thoughts
No.
of no, not at all?
No, and you and I were kind of talking before the show started, and Gibby too, I think. The political aspect of things caught up to me in college, and I got stuck behind the eight ball, and it kind of pushed me away from trying to go further. So I played one summer in Chelmsford for the Merchants, and I went 12-0 that summer, and we won the whole championship. I forget what league it was, but we had kids from Wheaton. I had Wheaton kids. I had a kid from UConn as my center field. I mean, we were stacked. But there was the Lowell team at the time was like a wooden bat league, and they wouldn't take me because of my size. And
Like
it was like, okay, there were guys up there that were lesser than me, that were smaller than me, that a lefty from the assumption that I'd beat 3 times in 2 years, and it just wasn't in the card. So it kind of just kept me down. I said, okay, I'll have fun with it and move on afterwards.
yeah. I mean, look at Pedroia. I mean, but Pedro, like he was fucking what, 170 pounds, like soaking wet.
Yeah, but you look at his hands.
Also
oh,
had
biggest
hands
thing is-
from an alien.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
ET
I mean, when you
hands.
grab a baseball like that, like he used to be able to grab it, the manipulation and things
Yeah,
he can do with
size
the
of his
baseball
fingers.
Yeah.
is a huge difference. Huge. I mean, he's one in a million. There's no one his size that can throw like he did. Nobody. I mean, in my opinion, he's probably one of the top 2 pitchers ever.
Yeah.
I'm right up there with you. Top 5 easy.
Yeah. I mean, there's maybe a couple in there with him, but what he could do, never again. You'll never see that. I mean, Skennis and those guys throwing over 100 now,
Yeah.
but they're huge. They're 6'4". They're built. We don't see that anymore. We never saw that back in the day.
No.
I mean, dude, think about our first
Thank
year in the
God.
league. How hard did Gavin throw when Brian was around?
Oh, right. How hard did
He
he
was-
throw?
Brian,
But he was sick. He was 6'7". Wasn't
yeah.
he 6'6", 6'7"?
I actually liked facing him. I mean, I batted down the order, so I would just see all fastballs. But I mean, I'd prefer to face a lefty. But he put it. I feel like if you got ahead in the count and jumped on that fastball,
I bet he was
But-
hitting 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
But I mean, even I'm sure when he was younger, he was probably throwing in the 90s at his size.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
dude.
Yes, absolutely.
He's in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a ton of guys back then that were his size throwing in around these leagues and even college.
Yeah,
That's true. I mean, and take a look at the pros. Like, how many guys hit 100 now? Like back
Oh,
20 years ago, it was like 1 or 2 guys. That was it.
yeah. We faced the kids.
Teams
So
now have 3 or 4 guys that throw 100.
hmm
yeah. I mean, when I was at SNHU, we played Franklin Pierce. I think I mentioned him earlier with Shank. They had him. They had a kid out of Worcester named Weagle who threw that way. And then a kid, Justin Blood. And I'll never forget, he had 21 strikeouts
Blood.
against us. He was a lefty.
Jesus.
He got drafted by the Mariners. He threw like 92. He was sidearm. AAA first year, then quit. He came home. He was homesick. But probably some of the best I've ever seen.
Patrick is asking,
Like-
who did you play for in New Hampshire league? I was actually going to bring that up.
I played for Jay Hoyt. It was, I can't think of the name of the team right now.
Is that Earl's?
Badgers.
Is that
Earl's team. The Badgers. Yeah.
bad?
So I played with the Badgers. Yeah. Or they called them the Epping Red Sox or something like that. So
Yeah,
we
you
made it
played
to the
over there.
finals. Last year I pitched in that league. We made it to the finals. I actually went up against some guy that pitched for the Cardinals in the finals. I lost him in 13 innings.
Wow. Oh yeah, I remember you telling me that.
Yeah, I forget his name. He's a cop in Nashville now, but he played for the Cardinals. Big dude. He was like, again, 6'4", 6'5". He still probably threw 80 miles an hour at 50 years old because of how big he was.
Amazing. They make it look so easy when they're that big. It's just like, is he even trying?
Well,
It's like-
Skeens looks like that too. He doesn't
Yeah.
even look like he's
Yeah.
throwing the
Mm.
ball.
Yeah.
You
it's
know, like in
amazing.
a
Yeah.
cow. It's like a rocket. You know, like
Well, look how big his legs are, though. It's all about legs. I mean, when you're pitching, it's
Sure.
good form
Or-
in your lower
Yep.
half. It's all it's
Yep.
about at that point.
right.
I mean, those guys his legs are massive. Clemens, all those guys.
Oh yeah.
All those guys in the 80s that could throw hard back then, that we considered hard throwers, they were all built from the waist down. That's what it was.
Yeah. For
And
sure.
Clemens was still throwing in the men's league. We had Russ Ward on a few weeks ago, and he faced Clemens in a tournament. I don't know if he's still pitching, but I know he was like up until like 5 years ago or so.
Yeah.
Well, he'll still like go to like college like workouts and throw batting
Oh, with
practice
Texas.
occasionally. Yeah, yeah.
Because
He was
his son
throwing
plays.
last
yeah.
year and
Yeah, his
stuff. I
son's
mean, good for
playing.
him, man. His son's in the pros too. So,
Right.
but yeah,
But
you
that-
don't see that.
No.
Mm-mm.
So E, what you?
I think sorry.
No,
dude,
go ahead.
I would say I think the hardest I've ever seen is in person is 94, 95. Like up against it. Actually, Carlton Fisk's nephew threw that in high school against us. He played in Keene.
Wow.
And he was good. But I mean, he threw 94 in high school. He was a big kid though. Big kid.
Yeah, I don't know what the fastest I've caught, but I would love to see what it's like to catch a 100-mile-an-hour fastball. I think. I say that
know.
now, but
And now that we're rumping, man, like I saw some good pitching in the Yawkey League this past summer. Like there was a couple of guys I saw who were, and even a couple of tournaments we did. And I mean, they were younger kids, but there were a couple
yeah,
kids
some
Steve,
stud-
that we saw that were
hitting
that were
90,
touching it. Yeah, easily.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
It's great. I mean, 90's easy for a lot of these kids at that age. But we said the training, the workouts, what they're doing beforehand now. We weren't doing that when we were
so
that age.
different. Yep, so different.
We weren't taking steroids.
Yeah.
Or
HGH.
or at least eating what they're eating.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Tom Brady
so-
diet.
It's something, man.
So, E, what'd you think of the World Series? Did you watch most of those games, or?
Bits and pieces of it.
Here's a
I'd say
better
I don't watch a lot. I don't watch a lot of baseball anymore.
Yeah.
Here's a better question. E, did you bet on it? And who did you take?
That's why
I
he doesn't want
didn't
to
bet
talk
on
about
it.
it.
I didn't. No, I didn't. I don't watch a lot of baseball anymore. I watch a lot of Red Sox. The Red Sox finally were appealing to watch this year. I think they finally were
Yes,
a
they
fun
were.
team to watch.
Yeah,
But
especially
I
after
really-
the break.
Yeah. I don't watch a lot of baseball. I like the Dodgers. I mean, Shohei's ridiculous. Let's be honest. Like he's a 1 in a million again. We're never gonna see another human being like him play baseball. It is incredible what he does on the field.
Yeah.
It really is,
know.
right? Even some of the performances that he put out, and then to pitch. Dude, can you imagine pitching 6 shutout and hitting 3 bombs in a single night?
No.
Like,
He makes it look easy.
Well, and then you have who's the other guy? The other Japanese guy they had there that came in and threw
Yakamoto. Yeah, the
Yamamoto
MVP.
threw, what,
Yeah.
three times in the World Series. Come on. I mean,
Right.
to want to do that is amazing. I mean, that's something I would want to do, but not a lot of guys going to step up and want to do that, regardless of the situation.
Yeah.
But yes, I agree. There's some want though, but there's also like having the athletic ability and having your body be able to go and perform at like the next night
Yeah.
at that level. Like we're seeing it now with like LeBron and stuff, right? Like, yes, you think he wants to go for 40 every night? I'm sure he could, but guess what? It's not happening,
No.
like even the best break down at some point, right? to think that we're seeing like our modern day like Babe Ruth
Yeah.
is it's unreal. Like because that's really what he is. He
Oh, 100%. 100%. I think, you guys were talking about like the umpire assist earlier. That'll speed the game up a little bit and make it more fun to watch overall again.
You think
what do
so?
you think of
But
that? What do you think
it's
overall?
I think there's some umps that need it and some umps that don't. I mean, you have people. We saw a couple games here that I was watching. I think even in the World Series that were awful behind
Yeah.
the umps were off behind the plate. And
Yeah,
they have games where
yeah.
guys missed 1 or 2 calls the whole
Yeah.
game,
Yep.
which
some
is
big calls.
incredible.
Right?
To
You're
be able to
right.
miss 1 or 2.
You're
So
right. And
I get the fan appeal to speed up the game. I understand why they want to do it. I was telling someone this day that we were talking about sports, but I like boring baseball games because I want to watch people pitch.
Yeah.
Right. I mean,
Well, I don't
that's
know
what
if it
I've done
speeds
my
up
whole
the
life.
game, does it? I mean, it's
Yeah,
extra
I think
time.
that's going to be the
I
whole.
think it will.
That's going to be the whole point, is to speed it up a little more. I mean, you got to remember, if they're missing a couple calls, D, that are balls that should be strikes,
Well,
those pitches that are strikes are
well,
gonna
yeah,
are gonna
that
speed
and
up the
that
game a little bit. I mean,
in that
incrementally,
example,
not a
yeah.
ton, but I mean, there's gonna be stuff that's gonna speed up the game regardless.
I'd like to think that they're
Thanks, Whit.
trying to promote more offense, right? Because that's what will attract more eyes. So
Yeah,
I don't. It's just as having the umpire perspective now, I just feel differently. I think than I normally would. I'm a traditionalist at heart. Like I was even against like the bigger bases, whatever. But I like some of the rules that they've implemented. Pitchers. What do you think about this one? Pitchers only being allowed to throw over twice.
I
mean,
don't like that. I don't like
Yeah,
that
yeah.
at all.
How could you?
that was
Because you
E.
throw over
That's
twice.
that was E's thing, picking off guys.
Yeah, no, and that gives the runners a benefit right there. That
Yeah.
gives the base runners an added benefit right
sure.
there. So you put Mookie or someone on first base that's gonna steal, get that
Yep.
throw over a couple times, and next pitch they're gone. You can pitch out, but how good is that gonna work out?
Yeah.
Right.
No, I don't like that at all.
I
But
don't
again,
like that one.
it's to speed up the game, right?
Yes.
And that's what they're
Yep.
trying to do.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They don't want the 4-hour Red Sox Yankees games anymore. They don't, they want it under 3, and they want to keep it moving.
I get that. They got less eyes watching.
Yeah,
And what do you think of the whole bananas thing? Have you taken your kids there?
I don't like it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, this is gonna be a shitty thing to say on my half. I'm not a fanfare person at all. I never have been.
Yeah.
Like I remember to this day, like we had the spinners in Lowell, right? And my grandparents, my 18th birthday, took me there and put my name up on the screen, and they thought it was great. And I'm like, this is stupid. Like this is like I want to watch baseball.
Yeah.
My
You're a
kids want to
purist.
go to my kids want to go to the
Yeah.
Fisher Cats. Why? We can watch the game, but I don't give a shit about them
Yeah,
running
it's
around
for the
the bases
kids. I mean,
chasing
it's
each other.
for the kids. It's the Harlem Globetrotters of baseball.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but as we've seen, like there's you're either for it or you're not. There really seems to be no middle ground with this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I've watched some of the games on TV. I've thought about getting tickets. I can't. Like, it's just not the type of baseball I want to watch. Like I said, I want to watch a boring game that's 0-0 and watch 2 pitchers go at it.
That's how I feel. Yeah. It was funny for maybe an inning or 2, and then I'm like, all right, well, let's play baseball. Like, it's for the kids. I mean, it's for the kids.
Yeah.
It is.
The kids and the pink hats.
It's impressive what they're doing.
Yeah.
It really
yeah,
is, though.
yeah,
I mean,
credit.
they're selling out
100%.
football fields and growing their league, and I mean, it's impressive.
Yeah.
And those
I mean,
players have the
a
lives.
husband and wife started it too. It's just
Yeah.
a husband and a wife that do
Yeah.
the from self-funded, and good for them. I mean, the
He's
whole
from
business
Mass.
model is
Yeah,
great.
he's from Massachusetts. I got to meet him. I got to talk to him because I went to both events at Fenway with press passes that Brett Rudy got us. So yeah, I got to meet him, talk to him. We interviewed him. Yeah.
He seems like a super nice guy.
Yeah, he
like,
is. He is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Right.
very, like you said,
Very-
very fan friendly. Good for them, but
Yeah.
just not something I'm gonna go watch.
Yeah.
I tend to lean more that way too. And yeah, I mean, I think I'll check it out at some point, especially with the kids, but we'll see.
Whitney's, what's your favorite pitching duel of all time? Are you talking about the amateur level or MLB?
I remember seeing Pedro versus Clemens at Fenway about 4 rows back.
Oh yeah.
That's a
Back
good.
in
That's a good one.
back before it was before '04. I know that. Early April. It was fucking freezing at Fenway. Here's the kicker, right? We scalped tickets outside, and we got in, and sure enough, like we didn't even look to see where we were, and we ended up sitting in like the fourth row in the box, because no one was there. But about the fourth inning, still no one had come, and I was like, turning to my buddy, I was like, dude, you imagine like just sat here and we've gotten lucky. We look at our tickets, dude. Tickets were from the day before. Shouldn't
Wow.
even have gotten in.
Wow, they didn't even notice.
Yep.
Don't think that would fly anymore.
Never would fly anymore. But
No.
yeah, we had to move once. We ended up moving like 3 rows back, but saw Pedro and Clemens from like 6 rows back in like '03 maybe.
That's a great game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if any matchups that really stick out to me. I mean, I said anybody that's throwing a good game. You know, I'm upset retiring, but this time is Clayton Kershaw had a great career, and he
Yeah, he
threw a
did.
ton of good games. And he
Yes, he
was,
did.
but he changed over time. He changed how he threw. He went from being throwing 96, 97, and then started turning into off speed shit. 91, 90, and he had a great career. And he was always fun to watch play. Always. I could sit down at night, even though late game, just watch him pitch.
Were there any other pitches really kind of that you kind of emulated or kind of drew inspiration from?
Not really. I mean, I
Brian
picked
Holding.
apart pieces. Who was it?
Brian Holding.
Brian Holding.
I watched a lot. Obviously, I watched a lot of Tommy Glavine when I was younger. Having to be from Billerica and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Emulating his windup a little bit when I was younger. But not really. Not really. I was a different size than all those people, right? So it wasn't.
Yeah.
I couldn't do what they do. Even as I got older, I started picking apart pieces of people's windups and how they move. But that was it. It was never one person who I was trying to do things like.
Those old '90 Atlanta Braves rotation, the Maddox and Glavine and Smoltz. Yeah, that was it, right? Remember watching all those games on TV, right? TBS.
And you remember
TBS,
Kevin McGlinchey, right? That played in our league.
We played against him a few times. Yeah.
Yeah. So he was throwing partners with Greg Maddox, apparently. Just like his first day, Maddox called him over and was like, "Hey, kid, come play catch." And Maddox used to smoke. Like,
that's a good 30. That's a good 30 for 30 they did on him.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude.
He was so good, and he didn't throw hard.
Yeah, the mental.
The one with Barry Bonds is great. Or the one
what was the one? That video breakdown.
That video breakdown.
Him and right. That's some classic stuff. We got to play that sometime, D.
Yeah, and then he had the one with Bagwell where he gave the home run to Bagwell on purpose.
Yeah, right. And he was gave up a home run to Bagwell early in the season because he knew he was going to face him later on, right?
Yeah, and struck him out. He went the opposite way instead of going back in on him again. I mean, just to think of that shit.
Classic, right?
I think any pitcher should say that anytime they give up a home run. Oh yeah, that was. I was just setting him up.
That was meant to be. Yeah.
Right.
But those guys don't do that now. I mean, it's all power, right? We're talking about Stennis and those guys now.
Mm-hmm.
They're just throwing it past people at this point.
Right.
That's all they're doing.
It's the same thing at the amateur level. Like, Gib and I are now umpiring in the 18+ division. He's doing the 28s, but you see good pitching guys that can throw hard, but they don't know how to pitch. They can throw hard, but they're not pitchers or they're not pitching.
Yeah. You're right. There's only a few guys who are really kind of thinking about what they're doing besides just chucking.
Yeah, and that's how I grew up. I always grew up I didn't have the size. I wasn't throwing hard when I was younger. It was just pitching. It was, hitting the spots, being where you need to be and throwing the right pitch. And that makes a huge difference.
Were you a guy that iced? Because I've heard different.
No.
So you were
never once.
That's amazing.
My dad used to give me shit about it all the time growing up to ice after, even in college, ice after games. The one thing I will say that I did do as I got further through college. No, I used to, this is terrible. My roommate used to take muscle relaxers. Before every start my senior year, I was taking muscle relaxers.
I won't be able to move.
Yeah, my arm was a mess. At that point, my shoulder was toast. And I'd
Yeah,
take
so
one
you're
muscle
looking for
relaxer and 6
anything.
ibuprofen. Yeah,
Before a game?
Yeah.
yeah.
How the hell did you
And I would.
function?
It was. I could always tell when it kicked in by the second inning. It was always like in my body at that point. It
Let's
was always,
go.
yeah. The first pitch of that one, and I always timed it perfect. I knew when I was taking it. I knew when it would kick in. And by that
Yeah.
second inning, the warm up for the first pitch was always like, "See
He'd
ya."
always say, he'd
And I
always
was like,
text me
"All right,
before a game, it's time to start my drip.
yeah,
Yeah.
always,
Right to the
always,
veins.
Yeah.
yeah." But I had no choice at that point. I mean, my arm was a shot.
So maybe that's why you haven't gotten into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
Doing
that's it.
muscle relaxers.
It's the claws.
Yeah.
It's yeah.
Crazy. So what do you do you ever think Gib and I would become umpires?
I thought
It's
Gibby would be a
hilarious.
coach. You think
Well,
Gibby
he
does
has
coach or did
coached.
coach? Did
He,
coach?
yeah,
Yeah,
coach West Roxbury.
For a while.
you're a while. No, I could see you guys umpiring. I mean, you're both critical enough. You know the game enough where you can be back there doing it. And I tried umping when I was younger, and I can't do it. I can't be behind the plate like you catching.
Yeah.
Hell, that's the only position I've never played. I can't do it. I mean, even my younger days doing like little league games, I'd do bases. I couldn't be behind the plate. It's just
I get
I
bored
flinch
everywhere
too
else.
much.
It's just yeah. I mean, I do too, but when I'm catching, I'm less like I have OCD, ADHD, all that stuff, but when you're catching, it's like you're focused, and which is good for me. But you're also involved in every pitch of the game, which is
Right.
what I need because I can't stay still. I get bored, and yeah, second baseman, what you get? Maybe 2-3 ground balls a game if you're lucky. So
Yeah,
it was perfect
yeah.
for me.
I think that's why I like pitching so much too, because I control the whole game.
Yep.
Yeah, infield's
Everything that went on out there. Infield's tough.
yeah, it's a
Infield's
different
tough.
mindset. I mean, and you're right. Like I used to love playing behind you, mostly because you had like this rhythm about it. You know,
threw
so
strikes. He was
you
quick.
threw strikes. You didn't kind of dick around. You know, so you're always kind of on your toes, ready to go. Obviously, me and you had our pickoff down at second. You know, but you don't always get that with everyone,
No.
man. You know, you can't. Like even that, you don't. You just don't.
Yeah.
As you can work on it as much as possible, but
And you see it, obviously younger kids you see where the innings last forever and things like that. But even in these amateur leagues, you get guys that go out there and throw. You let them go because you don't have arms, and two,
yeah,
what else you can do? So you let them sit
Right.
out there for their ball after ball after ball. And
Oh, it's the
for you
worst.
guys
Right.
playing out in the field, it's like, what are we doing out here?
Mhm,
Like,
mhm.
right.
throw it underhand just to get it over at this point to put it in play.
Yeah. Yeah. There's nothing worse than a pitcher that just takes forever, can't throw strikes, just takes your whole team out of the game. And yeah.
When you can see it coming too before
yeah.
the collapse
Uh-huh.
starts, it's the
Yep.
worst. Yeah,
Oh,
Yep.
yeah, absolutely.
because then you're like, ah,
Absolutely.
shit, here it comes.
Yep. And as a catcher, it's hard to get motivated. Like, whenever I caught E, it was like, fuck yeah, let's go. Like, I knew it was gonna be a quick game. He was gonna throw strikes, and most of the time we'd win.
Yeah, I think,
a lot
too,
of the
dude,
time.
as I've gotten older, that's the part of the thing that I've struggled with is I've lost that control, and it's just age at this point for me. It's age, and that's kind of why I stepped away from pitching at this point because it wasn't what I wanted to be like anymore.
Yeah, right. Like I got a certain expectation of myself, and if I'm not gonna get there,
Yeah,
But he can still hit,
and
which we didn't know. And then put him in the lineup.
he could break.
and he
I always
smashed.
hit. Even in college, I tried to tell my coach I wanted to hit. He wouldn't let me.
Raked.
Yeah.
He wouldn't let me. We had one kid my entire 3 years in college. My last year he came and he would hit. He was pitching and hitting and playing outfield. And he actually got drafted by the Diamondbacks the year afterwards.
Jesus.
But like he was the only one. I tried so hard to hit in college and they wouldn't let me do it.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, risk of getting hurt and all that stuff. But yeah, fucking good hitter.
well, I mean, again, back then no one did that, right? Pitchers pitched.
Yeah.
Right.
You went out
That's
there
all
and
they did,
pitched.
right? Yeah. I mean, hell, how many games did you just show up and that's all you thought that you were gonna do, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and that's all I expected to do. That's all I mean,
Right.
I've I've enjoyed hitting as I've gotten older. When I was younger, I didn't even care to hit. Like, let me go out here and pitch and come off the mound. And I mean, I'll tell you what though, there were some long weekends in college. If I pitched on a Friday, we played Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Forget it. If I pitched Friday night, I'm sitting there for 36 innings
Right.
on my ass afterwards doing nothing.
Nothing. Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing. So, those are the times I wish I could have and done something else, because you just sit there in sweatpants and you're like, cool, this is great.
Yeah, I'm just thinking that's a whole different mindset being a pitcher, because like you're gonna sit the next few games after you pitch, and you can't contribute in any way. That's gotta be
No.
weird.
Well, like I said, that's part of the problem that a lot of MLB players deal with too, is a lot of that downtime that they have
Well,
as pitchers, not being as active as maybe they need to or would even like to be.
Still getting paid a shit ton of money.
I
Right.
agree, but they'll put in their work on, say, day one, but day two is recovery. Maybe day
Mhm.
three is their, their body, whatever, or they're not doing maybe a long toss, right?
Yeah, not much. And then day four.
Recovery day, and then day four, maybe they do their bullpen. Day five, they're pitching, right? Like,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they're getting paid a shit ton of money
Yeah.
sure,
to start 30 games, 35 games.
Yeah. So
and 165 game schedule.
I think I
Yeah.
mentioned on the podcast after the Dodgers won that their starting rotation was worth over $1.2 or $3 billion,
Wild.
which is just insane.
That's crazy. But it got him
Yeah.
a World
What's-
Series, right?
What
Sure did.
exactly? What's ridiculous is just that one win in the World Series will pay off a quarter of that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
No, you're right. 100%.
That's what's ridiculous between souvenirs and concessions and tickets and merchandise. Like
Advertising.
one World Series, one thing, yeah, TV rights. One World Series win alone makes up, I think probably a quarter of one of those salaries. It's ridiculous. Pays for itself.
Insane.
That's why
Good
I'm
for
a
them.
little frustrated that the Red Sox won't spend the money that they seem to have. Like
Oh,
that's
I
the-
They
know.
never have.
Like that's the well-known knowledge that's out there, right? Is all this Rafi Devers money that's now out there for them to spend. Why aren't they spending it? You don't.
Yeah.
You know what? Everyone on the God's green earth knew what Kyle Schwarber was going to give you. You weren't
Yeah.
willing to give him, another 5 or 10 million more than what he was going to get.
Or Alonso. I mean, Alonso didn't get
Right?
a lot of
He
money.
didn't sign for all that much more, right? He really
No.
wants to go to Baltimore more than here. His
Yeah.
girl was from Quincy, I heard.
Yeah, I mean, some of those guys out there weren't getting paid that much money that the Sox couldn't have spent. But what Carabas got on there the other day was talking about how that trade they made with the guy Alvarez, whatever the hell guy they gave the first
Wilson
baseman.
Contreras from
Contreras,
St.
yeah.
Louis.
Yeah.
Everybody
Catch
was going to bitch in Red Sox Nation about that because it wasn't like the sexy trade or the big move, but it was a good one for the Red Sox. But he's 34 years old. He's not young. He's not young.
No, he's not.
He played with the Cubs too, right?
The
Cubs.
I'm not
Yeah.
sure. It's a good bat. I mean, I think it's a solid move. It certainly seems to be a move that they needed to make. But what else are they doing? Please give me something.
Sonny Gray sucks, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't.
just-
My
He's gonna
dad
eat-
was so excited when they got him. I'm like, he's 30.
I'm not
34 years
I'm
old.
not.
35 years old.
He's going to eat innings, which is important, and I think he's going to stay healthy for the most part. I think that is important. They need guys like that. He's not going to win 20 games.
No.
I think
No.
he may win 10, maybe.
Yeah. No,
He
I think
seems to be
one of
right an 8-5 with a 4.10
Lucky.
ERA.
that's what it was last year. I think 4.44 last year, 4.39 in that area. I think the one good thing that came out of last year was Crochet actually threw, right? He
Dude.
made it to the playoffs and threw in the playoffs, and he didn't see that burnout like you saw with Sale before, where you get to the playoffs
Mhm.
and he was shit. He actually threw in the playoffs still.
He's a beast.
Yeah. Tight rolls his
He is
pants. He is out there doing his own thing. but he's
No,
solid. I mean, he's a one.
for sure. And Bayo, I don't know if Bayo could be a legit two, but man, from the Sox documentary that we watched, man, he looks like a baby.
Yeah, he's consistent. He's young. He's still young. You know, they got the two
Remind
kids they brought up. The two kids they brought up to him, they were solid too, though.
Tolley and what was the other kid's name? The lefty, right?
Yeah, he was
Early,
good.
right?
I liked watching him pitch.
Yeah. Be interested to see if they're up at least the start. I hope they don't dodge them all and just send them down like they did the other kids to start. The
Yeah.
kids should have started right from the get go. I think it would have been a totally different team. Healthy
No,
Anthony and
100%. Yeah, 100%. I mean,
Yeah,
Tolley's like another version of Papelbon, I think. Just personality wise, just goofy, wants to go out there and play baseball.
Yeah.
You know, let him go do his thing. You know, I like that. That's gonna bring fans in. Like that guy is gonna
you're
bring
right.
fans to the
Those
game.
personalities. Yeah. It's what they lacked these last couple of years.
Yeah, 100%.
It's good to see them get back.
Yeah, I agree. But
So,
Bonds, your Hall of Fame thing for Bonds needs to be in the Hall at this point.
Yeah. Well, he said he's not even going to show up, even if he finally gets in.
That's BS. It's BS. It's a Hall of Fame. They're not going to show up. It's like Clemens and Schilling. Like Schilling should be in too. His World Series numbers speak for themselves too. But if they got in, they would be the first one lining up to get their plaque. Tell me I'm wrong.
I'd hope so, but I mean,
I don't think Bonds would go though.
I don't think he would.
I don't.
At this point?
At this point, yeah, he's not going in because he's got fucked over so many times.
Yeah.
He's not.
I don't. Yeah,
I
with
hate to
him, I
say
don't. The others, maybe. I don't think. Yeah, he seems like the type that he's an asshole. I mean,
100%. He's my favorite player of all time.
Yeah.
But he's an asshole. I had a guy that I played in Nashville with that in the New Hampshire League. He actually played for Cincinnati with Deion Sanders, and he was involved in the trade that sent Deion to San Francisco. And he said that Barry Bonds sat by himself in the corner. He sat in like a lazy boy chair, and nobody bothered him. He just left him alone at all times.
Reminds me of Jalen Hurts.
You know?
Thing I couldn't get the other night after that game was that nobody went to shake that guy's hand. Like, you just won the game on a great drive, and no one from the other team is going to shake your hands. Like, why aren't you liked?
Yeah, 100%.
Same idea. Like, Bonds had all that talent, and you're right. He was a jerk right from the get-go. Like, why? You didn't need to be. And even the spite and hate that he had towards McGuire and Sosa not being a part of it, or looking at all that like it was all race or whatever. Like, dude, he was gifted, man. So good. He was so good.
100%. 100%.
Just no need.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Especially after he got traded to San Francisco, he was over on that side of the coast. He was being left alone.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I just remember pictures of him before the roids. He was just like a skinny. The transformation. Yeah, it was crazy.
What's interesting is like when I was looking at like Keith's folk stats, like he pitched during that era too. Like for him to amount the saves and the numbers he did during that era, like
it's
off
crazy.
the charts, dude. Off the charts. Like
yeah.
Hey Gib, what's that website where you have to guess the player that?
Batter up.
Should we try one with E?
Yeah, absolutely.
Hold on one sec, D.
The baby wake up.
The baby's waking up here.
All right, if you gotta go, we can.
So I gotta go handle child at this point.
All right, buddy. Well, we wanted to get your
those
starting.
Are called priority checks.
Yeah, we wanted to get your starting 9 before you left, but understand.
Take care of dad duties.
Daddy duties.
No, I got you. You want my starting 9?
Yeah.
Let me give it to you here. All time. We'll say catcher. We're gonna say Pudge.
That's what I went with. Yep.
We'll put Pedro on the mound. I'm gonna put Jeter at short.
Wow. Okay.
Pedroia at second.
I like that.
Ortiz at DH. Third base. I'll put Ripken at third base
Oh, all
because he
right.
played there later in his career.
Yes, he did.
For my three outfielders, I'm not going to go left, right, center. I'm going to say Bonds, Yastrzemski Jr., Griffey Jr.
Good choices.
And then first base, I'm going to say Frank Thomas.
Frank Thomas, nice.
And
And
your
then
relief pitcher.
relief pitcher, yeah.
Relief
Closer.
pitcher. Closer, Papelbon.
Paps, wow. Okay. Over
That's
Rivera, huh?
So,
That's
yeah.
a solid. Yeah, that's solid.
That's a good team.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good
So
team.
Like it, E.
Do you know
Thanks,
Papelbon
guys.
showed up drunk to the Old Timers game a couple of years ago?
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, ham-boned.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah. Alrighty, go
Big.
take
All right,
care
fellas.
of. Go take
Good to
care
check
of.
in with you, buddy.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Thanks
We'll be
so
in touch. It's
much.
good talking to you, fellas.
Yes,
we'll
sir.
talk
All
soon.
right.
And we're gonna get you back on the field.
All right.
Be sure of it.
Sounds good. I'll talk to you guys later.
All right, buddy. Have a good night.
Later, bud.
You too. Bye-bye.
Peace. Good stuff. Good stuff. Daddy duties. You're lucky your kids don't wake up in the middle of the night.
Not anymore.
They're older now, but it still happens, I'm sure.
Yeah, one of them's been up with a hack most of the last week or so, but yeah, it happens. Nightmares from time to time. The thing is, you can go in and put him back to sleep and then be able to walk out. That's the only difference now.
Yeah, if you're not asleep by then.
Somehow you always wake up. It's just
Right. It's
I can't even explain
instincts.
it, but it's
like
it's
fatherly, motherly.
it just happens.
Instincts.
Yeah, the wife's awake or I'm awake. We're awake at the same time. It's just usually a debate about who's getting up,
Yeah.
who lays longer, and then it usually switches.
Right.
So,
all right.
yeah.
Well, do you want to try and guess
throw
one of
one
these?
up, right? Why not?
All right.
We were trying to do this a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, this is batterup.com, which Gib told me about. It's pretty
Yeah,
cool stuff.
there's
They have different.
Basically, a website kind of gives you shadow. Oh,
So
that is Jared Duran.
Is it? Wow, that would
Go
be
ahead,
the first.
put it up. So you're supposed to take a guess on who you think that shadow is, and that is Jared Duran.
Why is he not coming up? Did I spell it wrong?
Duran.
Wow, that's
Oh.
impressive. That's
How do you
impressive,
like
Gib.
me now?
Wow, we've done a bunch of these and we've never gotten.
Yes,
on the
we have.
first.
So
first try.
try to do the picture one too, up in the corner, the left-hand corner.
Select game.
Yep. Select game and should be strike. What's
Strike
it called?
zone.
Yep, strike zone. And now they'll give us a picture shadow.
And you get one per day, right? To guess.
You get one, yeah, but they give you a certain amount of guesses to guess.
Wait, this is trippy.
Whoever-
It looks like he's throwing right-handed. If you look at it a certain way,
What lefty is that, huh?
yeah, these are hard to pitch in. And these are current
Try,
play. Are these all current players?
Yeah. Try Scooble. I don't think it is though. I don't think he does that thing with his hand. He might.
Yeah, I don't.
SKUB.
And then, so there's like 6 different. I don't know what you call it. Like position, age, born. If you guess a player who has one of these, it'll be highlighted in green. So the actual player was born in the U.S. If it's yellow, it means he's not. So he's not a starting pitcher. He's not in the AL Central. So it's got to be a relief pitcher. who's
Relief pitcher.
Not in the AL Central.
Mm.
I don't know enough of
Right?
current players these days.
Tr- let's see. Try someone from the Sox. Try like
Who's lefty? We could just do Crochet's righty, right? Yeah.
yeah.
No. Who's lefty?
No, Crochet is a lefty.
Yeah, right? Okay.
I mean, yeah, you
All
could
right.
put
So we guessed. So
What-
he's 26. He's from
There
the
you go.
U.S. He's not in the AL Central, not in the AL East.
obviously so AL West maybe.
That walk off after the pitch. I don't know. Any guesses, guys, in the comments? Clayton Kurt nods. What up, Daryl Pena? What's up, buddy? DP. How
DP.
you doing, buddy? I don't think
DP
this is,
owe
no,
me.
this is not Kershaw. I think Kershaw has a
No.
very specific. We can put him in.
It's gonna be a relief pitcher.
Yeah. So, yeah.
And it's
So
probably gonna be from the AL West because it lit us up in yellow for the other two.
Oh, so yellow means you're
So it's-
close, right? So it's
Yellow
gonna
means
be
you're
AL.
close, yeah. So it's gonna be AL West. Some team out there, maybe some Oakland or
Oh, yeah. I was actually thinking Oakland. You can give up at any time, which we might do soon because actually this is one of our shorter podcasts, only an hour and 20 minutes.
not bad.
Yeah. Joe Kelly. And what up, Ange? Joe Kelly's right-handed.
Let's try.
You missed your Ange.
Yeah, we did.
Walker Bueller. Did I? I think I put.
Try Jeffrey Springs.
So yeah. So all right. So it's AL West.
Not the A's though. So probably Texas
Oh.
or
It's not the A's, right?
yeah, not Oakland. But I mean, see how the green lit up for the West? So it's probably like,
Yeah.
Texas and who else?
Yeah,
Houston.
It looks like it's right-handed, right? I thought it was right-handed at first either. Depending on how you look at it, it's wild, right? It's one of those trippy illusion things. No guesses.
I'm looking at rosters right now. So
These are hard.
uh,
I bet you E would have known. That walk-off, I recognize the walk-off. Like after the pitch, like when he walks off the mound, it looks very familiar.
Well, how about Houston?
Houston, we have a problem. I mean, who?
Oh, try Josh Hader.
Oh, I think that is, yeah, maybe. Oh, I thought we had it.
Not Houston either.
All right, so AL West, USA, relief pitcher, which we knew, and we're not even close to the number. Oh, he's number 26. So who wears number 26? Should we give up, guys? As soon as we know who it is, we're gonna drive us crazy. Maybe if we zoom in. Good form. Hides the ball well. Oh, it looks so familiar. These are so hard.
They are. And then there's other categories you could do, like
Yeah.
old school ones. And
Any other guesses? Should we give up?
yeah, let's give up for
Yeah.
sake of time.
That was fun.
Do one
All
of the pick another category after we figure this one out.
Are you sure you won't be able to continue this game if you give up? That's all
Yeah,
right.
give up.
Yeah.
Who is it?
Detmers?
Detmers? Reed
Oh,
Detmers?
Reed Detmers. Yeah, I would have never
Yeah.
guessed. I don't know.
I wouldn't have got that one. Go to one of the
That's what they do. They do
classics.
random guy. Like you never even.
That is about as random as they come, right?
Yeah. Right. What do you want to do? Another.
Yeah, go to the other tab and do one of the. I think there's not the basketball one, but
Yeah.
isn't there an old time one?
There's Batter Up Classics.
Yeah, there you go. That'll give us a classic batter from any era. Now the category might change. Whose swing is that? Oh,
that looks very familiar.
doesn't it?
Oh, kind of looks like Bregman, but it's not. It's former players, right?
Yeah, is that?
Oh God, that walk off. Oh
That's not Pujols, right?
no. I think it's like an infielder. Oh my God. Oh, is that Mookie? No, Mookie's still playing. Obviously. It's definitely former players, right?
Yeah.
No, I don't think it's Manny.
Jeff?
Manny.
No, not Bagwell. No, Manny. No,
No.
that is not Manny. No way.
Mm-mm. No, Angie. That was Angie's guess.
Let's.
Oh God.
Is that Mark McGuire?
No.
Doesn't
No.
look as big as Mark McGuire,
No,
right?
No, I think it's an infielder. Or
Javi Baez.
oh, he's not playing still.
He is, but see if he comes up.
So wait, I thought it was only former.
I thought it was too, but I don't know if he's on the list. Did he come up?
No, see, because it's
All right.
former players. I'll just put
Chipper Jones. Oh, Javi
Chipper-
Lopez.
that was my guess. Chipper Jones, he was a switch hitter, right?
Yeah, but I don't think he's as lanky as him. Oh,
NL
so what did they give us?
So NL East,
NL
USA.
East, USA.
We're close to third base. So yeah, it's an infielder, like I said.
Infielder.
He retired
East.
close to 2012.
2012. Mike Piazza.
It's not bad. Nope.
Nope. Not the Mets,
The
huh?
lazy walk-off. Yeah, something about the
Right?
walk-off.
Yeah. Oh no! You know what it is for me? It's the bat. It's the little bat shimmy.
Put the bat there. Oh yeah. Fuck.
Mets.
It's not Petroria.
Think of Braves. Braves.
Oh, so it's NL East.
Braves.
Oh my God.
Who's second baseman for the Braves?
Oh Jesus. When damn.
Miami.
So NL East.
Marlins.
That's
Phillies. Anyone from the Phillies? As soon as we see it,
yeah,
like,
I know.
then you're
Always,
like, oh,
always.
of course.
Yeah. So what other teams are in NL East? Why can't I think?
Marlins, Braves, Nationals, the Mets.
God. It's gonna drive me crazy.
Try Ryan Zimmerman.
Oh, that's not bad. Yes. Braun? Oh, maybe.
Oh, that's not a bad one either. Nope. Huh? But Braun is an outfielder.
Oh. No, I thought he was third baseman. No, oh yeah.
Thought he played center field for the Brewers,
you're
right?
Yeah.
Any classic Marlins you can think of? Edgar Renteria.
Who was the third baseman of the Red Sox? It was the
Oh,
04
Mike
Mike
Lowell.
Mike
Yeah,
Lowell,
go
but I don't
yeah.
think it's.
I don't think it's
it's
him
NL
either.
East. Oh well, he was on the Marlins.
Yeah, he
right,
played
right.
on the Marlins.
Right. What was his last name?
Lowell. Mike
Yeah.
Lowell.
My brain has stopped working. Oh, he's not even on here. Unless it's under
No.
Michael. No.
Yeah, give up.
Wow, Mantle. Wow, they go way back, huh? Yeah, we suck at this. Yeah, I'm sure.
They're hard.
Oh, fuck.
Who was it?
Jimmy Rollins.
Jimmy Rollins.
Fuck.
Phillies. Jimmy Rollins.
Yep.
I don't think I would have got that.
I knew it looked familiar, but I don't think I would have got it either.
I
They're
think that's
hard.
why I'm better with the modern ones.
I like the basketball ones, like the jump shots.
I'm not good at that one.
Yeah, it's hard. It's fun though. So
Yeah, we should try to do more of
those.
those. Batter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good way to waste more time because we're idiots.
What a way to ring in the holiday.
Yes. But yeah, 2025.
In the books.
In the books. Yep. So thank you guys all for tuning in this past year. And we'll be back 2026 with more exciting episodes and guests. So stay tuned. And yeah, be sure to like, subscribe, follow all of our social media channels. We appreciate it. Yeah.
Yes, we do. Happy
All
New
right.
Year, bud.
The next episode 30 will be our next episode next year. So
Let's go.
let's do it. All right, Gib.
All right, bud. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Good night, guys. Thanks.
Guys,
again
stay
for
safe.
tuning in.
Remember, don't
Yes.
drink and drive. Call an
Don't-
Uber.
Yes, exactly. Or just stay on your couch. And
Or just stay home. Yes, just
that's
stay
what we
home.
do at our age, right? Used to be cool to go out. Now we just
Safer amateur night, they call it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Stay home. Get Chinese food.
Ooh.
Watch the
Chinese
ball
food.
drop. Ball
Yeah.
drop is happening twice.
What do you mean?
So they're dropping the ball at midnight in New York,
Uh-huh.
Times Square, and then 4 minutes later, they're dropping it again. They're lighting it up red, white, and blue to celebrate America's 250th birthday.
Oh, wow. That's pretty
Right?
cool.
So they're dropping the ball twice. Once at midnight, once at 12:04.
So if you can stay up
Go
that
figure.
late,
Yeah, videotape it for us.
videotape it. I gotta go find
Camcorder.
a VHS tape. Good stuff. Happy New Year, guys.
Happy New Year.
We'll see you
Stay
next
safe.
time.
See you next
Peace.
year.
Happy New Year.